gonna come home.
Yay!
Yay.
There we go.
Hey.
Yes, now I can see people.
Peoples.
Hello,
Oh,
welcome to
no.
World at War, the Dire Bears Tuesday night Scion 2nd Edition Chronicle. Where I think we left off last time, blowing somebody up.
Blowing a house up.
That somebody was in.
Well,
Alright,
yes, but
well-
they themselves did not explode.
That we know of.
Fair.
Alright. So last time, we had, what was it? We had a little scrap with a ghost.
Yeah.
He only tried to murder Sasha a little bit.
Last episode, man.
And let's see, y'all took care of that in the bottom of the police station.
Mhm.
Trying to think if y'all got any useful information out of that stop.
We did. We got a
Oh,
lot, actually.
Yeah, the guy fate-bound.
Yeah, he was fate bound to the son of Gaia.
Yeah, the guy that basically is like just eyes and arms.
And hands, lots of hands,
Hands.
and fingers.
Mostly hands.
The guy that's a Cthulhu horror.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got your Cthulhu in my Scion. You got your Scion in my Cthulhu.
Except that critter is straight out of Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
Still doesn't make it any less Lovecraftian.
That's fair. That's fair. They're actually working on a Lovecraft book.
They are
Ooh.
actually
Ooh,
for
nice.
Scion. There's a Lovecraft book. There, it's the
Ooh.
Lovecraft one and
Dragon
the
one, I think,
Dragon one.
were the part of
Yeah.
the same Kickstarter.
I both love and hate it simultaneously.
On the one hand, I'm sick of Lovecraft showing up in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like zombies. It's just kind of overdone.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I can think of fun combinations.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
you
on the
can also-
14th hand that the guy has.
Well, that guy certainly.
Just turns into SCP Foundation.
Oh, jeez.
Which is apparently its
do
own
they
game.
have SCP? Oh, they do?
I think so. One of my podcasts did a system like deep dive on it. I haven't listened to that podcast yet, but it sure
Huh.
is.
Drop a link when we're done here.
Yeah. You might have accidentally given us the next game, Jason.
There's like 6 or 7 on the list already. Never mind the
What's-
unused
what's
ones
a
on the
ninth?
last list. It's going to wind up being like a March Madness bracket as we figure out what we're actually going to play.
Don't do that, man. I'll make a bracket.
She will.
In that
Bust
case,
out some crayons.
I make sure we have an odd number of choices. But anyway, after talking to the dead, Tellurius got themselves all dolled up, i.e. disguised, and y'all headed across the lake to this little farmhouse just outside of Orthius. Or Othris.
Lithris.
Othris. Yeah, we'll
Quite
just
little
pronounce it
farmhouse.
differently every time we say it.
You
Don't
named
know.
the village, my dude.
Well, I took the name from mythology, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
It's like reading a word and then not knowing how to pronounce it.
Yep.
Basically.
O-Town. We'll call it O-Town.
I'm not calling it Go-Town.
I don't know.
In real life, the lake gets called Big Mac a lot, so it's not like that's a nickname they wouldn't use.
I don't know how I feel about it.
But anyway, most of y'all were staking out the farmhouse while Tellurius went in to talk, he hoped, with the people that had hired the Dark Elves to go after Robert. But there was a couple of flunkies there. They started talking to him.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself for not having the clone go in under his cloak and investigate all the construction happening in there.
It's fine.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But,
The drama.
yeah.
Well, you know, hindsight's 20/20.
It is. I was
But-
like, next time, I'm sitting there going, shit.
I could have done all these things.
Yeah.
But now Tellurius is going to die, and your characters have to get a tattoo of their name on their arm or something.
It's just an arrow and a flashlight.
Flashlight and little wings.
Yeah.
Little chicken wings.
Little baby chicken wings.
Little chicken wings on a
That's cute.
flashlight.
We're gonna go eat chicken wings at the Rubicon in Telarius' honor.
Not yet. They're not dead yet.
Where'd you get these chicken wings? Don't worry about it.
Oh no!
Oh.
They're this
Okay.
big. Anyway,
Pterodactyl wings.
so one of them got a phone call and was apparently given the order, and they blew the house.
Yep.
So that is where we are starting up now.
After the Michael Bay explosion.
Let's say, I believe you said Connor's clone was just from the blast.
Yes, the one you had closest to the house, yes.
Okay. Which means the call that he had running to Connor's phone cuts off, so that's all he has, like, recording wise for everything that happened in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But
Not like you missed much.
well, he started recording as soon as the guys showed up, and he'd been doing it the entire time till the explosion. So
Right.
whatever they were doing in there, he has a recording, audio anyway.
Unless cell reception was bad and it wasn't uploading. All right. Robert had been working on, last session was working mostly on a security system for the guild hall. So Robert, you have crossed the river now. You're trying to catch up with the guys. You have crossed the river. You're following the directions. Which way do I need to? Boom! I bet it's over
That
there.
way.
There you go.
That direction, fantastic. They know how to give me good directions. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I think Real Connor. Where was Real Connor?
Real Connor was back with Sasha and Shauna.
Now you were bringing Shauna. A clone was bringing Shauna.
That's right, Clone had Shauna.
Because Sasha and Connor came over on a bus to look less obvious. Because you couldn't
Man.
use Step of the Wind because that legend was in the
That's
clone,
right,
who is now
yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Legend was in Clone, who is now dead.
Yeah, I think Real Connor and Sasha were a little, they were in some woods, a little closer to the house,
Yeah.
where the other clone and Shauna were close by, but a little further back, because I don't know how stealthy Shauna is.
Stealthy enough.
For a dragon.
Yeah. I mean, one of her traits is hunting, so could, in theory, count.
No, that's fair. Except dragons hunt in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. Her secondary pool is hunting, breath attacks, and intimidation.
But she doesn't have a breath attack yet, does she?
Oh, she does. We just haven't used it.
Oh, I see.
Yet.
Yeah. One of her flares is spray and pray, which is what we talked about.
Yep, I do remember that now.
But
I saw
Exploding
the
building.
look, Sarah. It's basically she aims at a target, and then everything around it gets hit.
I
Was it-
kind of figured Conal.
It's more like fireball as opposed to cone, but
Still works.
close enough.
But exploding building.
I literally just copied the Hydra's breath attack.
Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah.
Okay, exploding building. What are we doing?
Sorry.
Probably covering your ears or ducking your head as shrapnel goes flying everywhere.
Well, yeah, that. And then probably immediately charging towards it.
All right. Hilarious.
Yes.
What kind of hinky godling things can you do, or do you have that might protect you from an explosion?
At least the
Right.
shrapnel isn't going to kill me.
Yes, and that is part of your chaos
My chaos purview.
purview. Yes. I try to look that up. All right.
Put on my sheet.
Mm-hmm. All right. In that case, I am going to cut the damage from this explosion in half.
Yay!
I mean, it works.
Because the shockwave and stuff would get you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. The shockwave. Anything that's going to hit me, but incidental stuff, is not going to do anything.
I think the example they use is a tornado.
Yeah.
The tornado could pick you up and throw you wherever. It's
Yeah,
just the shrapnel in the tornado won't touch you.
Correct.
Just the earth when it smashes you against it.
Gravity's still going to do its job.
Yeah. All right, your defense. Your defense is naturally a 1, of course.
Sure.
Would you like to make a resistance or a defense roll?
Yes. What kind of question is that?
Just asking. You might have.
How's
Hey,
it
for all
feel?
I know, you had a backup character that you were chomping at the bit to play. I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Feel free to use momentum too.
We have
all of it.
one momentum.
You have 1 momentum.
All one moment. We have 2.
All one of it.
I've
Oh,
got
yeah,
you written
two.
down. I bet you written down as 1.
Yeah, I also
Well,
have it
okay.
down as one.
I guess I missed one.
I
Use
will be
all
using
one
that.
momentum.
I will be using that momentum.
Alright.
I'm gonna roll my.
Can use
I'm
a
gonna roll my.
marvel.
I'm gonna
Can you
roll my
use-
composure.
Would marvels work on this?
Probably, but I don't have a marvel. I don't really have an appropriate one. Well, check. Marvels. Blah, blah, blah.
Blessing. You empower yourself or another character. Imbue 1 legend to either grant 2 enhancement on a single action or a specific type, or ignore up to 3 points of complication spread across 1 or more action.
So you could trigger that and give yourself a 2 bonus.
Enhancement of 2.
Yeah, 2 enhancement.
I will do that.
Okay.
I will use the. I would just use my chaos purview again and just be like, more shit just does it. Just kind of goes around them.
Turns into
Maybe
butterflies.
you get blown through a window as opposed to getting blown through the wall.
Yeah. Composure. I'm gonna roll my composure. I'm gonna use my empathy here just to
Mhm.
have the account for the extra dice. Composure. Empathy. 2 successes. Plus the 2 enhancement.
All right. I only got 6 successes.
Uh-huh.
It's counting in basically enhancements that it had, like
Sure.
auto stuff. But all right. So with your enhanced knocks off 4. All right. So the shockwave hits you. Sure enough, you fold. You get knocked through a window. Not that you're really aware it happened so quickly. You're not necessarily aware
Yeah.
of this. So you're thrown out into the yard, into some shrubs that were out there. Something that just a series of things that kind of break your fall a little bit. You still wind up taking 2 damage,
I am bruised.
which, considering you were in a house explosion, is pretty impressive. You're dazed as you're laying there. You open your eyes. You're laying in amongst the bushes. There's shrapnel is still raining down. As for the rest of you, you just saw the explosion. Everything was happening so quick.
Yeah.
Send an anonymous text message just immediately while I'm still laying there to that number. And
Your phone's all busted up when you pull it out.
Fuck.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
fair.
You were in an explosion. All right, so what are the rest of y'all doing? Like I said, Robert, you're driving up. You're turning down the road. Oh, I bet it's that road. Unless you see the explosion, you go. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going.
They've got this under control, right?
I'll tell him I
None of
thought it
my
was the next
business,
road.
Actually,
Mm.
No,
I think I
would
left the
drive
kettle on.
towards it.
I think I left the
Why?
kettle on.
I left the kettle on. Sorry.
Did I turn off the table saw?
Well, those aren't the sort of things you want to leave on.
Yeah, I mean, if I think that I left the table saw on, I'd turn my ass around.
I mean, the next dark elf that sneaks into your place might cut off a finger and sue you.
In this day and age, yeah, you're probably right.
Connor, real Connor will be following Sasha. Clone Connor is going to tell Shauna to catch up with them. And he actually is going to imbue one of the returned legends from the first clone dying to do walk unnoticed, and he's actually going to scout the perimeter to see if anybody's trying to, like, you know, record it and like, oh, look what this band did, kind of a thing.
They blew up a meth house.
Yeah, basically.
We're sending a strong anti-drug message. I don't know what the problem is.
The Dare campaign all over again.
Do what now? Do what now?
It's a Dare campaign all over again. Just made the drugs cooler.
Yeah. All the studies pretty much say that was a backfire. All right.
Oops.
Now, you
Sasha's
said
gonna
one of the
report
legends,
explosion.
do you imbue a legend per clone?
No, the clone is just a thing. I can have up to as many as I have
Okay.
points in
Okay,
legend.
so the one that was with Shauna told her to catch up, and then he popped.
No, the one that was in the tree that was close to the house popped from the shockwave.
Mhm.
He had 2 legend imbued for what he was doing.
Oh,
So
okay.
those-
He was
so
using
those
extra
two
abilities.
legend-
Gotcha.
Yeah, so those 2 legend was returned to Connor. So he now has all 3 of his legend to spend again. So the clone that's going to be scouting the perimeter is now using one of those legends
Gotcha.
to use walk unnoticed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like if I want the clones to use like boons stuff like that, they pull from my legend pool. But otherwise, their physical like stat attributes and stuff, that doesn't pull from legend.
Gotcha. All right, so one of you takes off checking the perimeter.
Right, and he is going to stay cloaked.
Okay. So he's moving at normal speed, but cloaked. Well,
Normal speed for someone with epic dexterity, but
That's,
yes.
I mean, yeah, way faster than normal, but not
Just in the
Monk
trees.
Jesus.
Yeah, and because of his wild's purview, he gets a bonus while he's not in civilization.
All right.
There's
So what
just
is-
like light sizzles just on the bushes near Tilarius.
What is Sasha and Real Connor doing then?
Sasha's booking it towards the
Yeah,
explosion,
we're getting to
pulling
Tilarius.
out the jar of bees in preparation.
Yeah. Connor, you doing okay?
What do they even see? Hilarious.
There's shrapnel all over the place. There's
It's in a weird heart shape in around Tilarius.
Little like wings.
you know, I like that. You do notice the odd shaped area around those bushes that there's no debris. And yeah, when you get over there, he's just laying there, or they're just laying there.
You live, buddy?
Just holding up like the shattered remains of my phone with a thumbs up.
Ah. Does
No,
that count as alive for you?
no, that's what it is. You found Tilarius by hearing the sobbing. And you get over there, and they're just cradling their phone.
My child.
Hey, Sasha, I found him.
You're
Or
alive.
them. Sorry. them.
Stay that way. And, like moving closer, she has enforcing the boundary up.
You can talk to my ghost. It's fine.
Yes, but no, I don't want to.
Yes, but no. Does Clone Connor notice anything?
Hang on just a second.
Do we notice the other guys? Because
Robert,
true.
you come pulling up at this point, and you didn't see the house explode, but you see the debris laying all over the place.
Mm.
You see Sasha and Connor kind of looking into the bushes. And you probably see Talarius just stick his hand up.
He just kind of quietly puts it in park, opens the door. Y'all gonna make it.
About that time, a
believe
dragon
that has-
runs past you.
I believe that has yet to be. Oh, dragon.
She runs past y'all, kind of looks over at y'all,
Too late.
looks around, runs up to the house. Where's the fight?
In there.
I'm sure it'll find us in a moment.
She starts sniffing at the ground. Though would dragons sniff, or would they flick a tongue like a serpent?
Depends on the mythology, probably,
Yep, yep.
Mm.
True.
or what kind of reptile they're based off of.
Hmm.
It's not all of them tongue flip.
No.
Like
Snakes
iguanas
do.
don't do the tongue flip.
Mm-hmm.
Connor, as you're doing a circling, or it's faux Connor is circling the property.
Yeah.
You do hear somebody running through the woods.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like they're coming towards the house.
Okay.
When he comes into view, it's a guy dressed, got a bright orange cap on, but for some reason with
Shit.
camouflage.
This is
vest.
the owner of the house, isn't it?
You don't know. I mean, he looks like a local. He's got a rifle strapped across his back. It just looks like a hunting rifle. And he runs up to the fence that separates like the woods from the.
About to say, could I have intercepted him before?
Oh,
he
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
there? Yeah. Faux Connor would just glide in behind him and just choke him out.
Go to sleep.
All right, give me a. Oh, this poor
Grapple?
This poor schmuck ain't got no chance.
Combat roll.
Yeah, close combat. Obviously,
Alright.
you're not trying to damage him per se.
Yeah, no, it's just choke him out because I get the feeling that it's gonna be like, look what you did to my bard. Ah!
You just had to cause more trouble. You couldn't just keep across the lake. No, you had to come and cause trouble over here.
God. So, can he beat 9 successes?
Well, he rolled a 9. Oh no, that's
A
probably
single
a 6.
9.
Never mind, the 0 would go first probably, so that's probably a 6. Oh no, that'd be a no, it'd be the 10's place. That'd be the 9. Yeah, that would be a 9. Okay, so he got 1 success.
Yes, I'm just gonna
So no.
choke him out.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Shh, nothing but dreams. Just dreams. Just
Yeah,
dreams.
like one
Does this
arms
Rex like
around the neck.
chloroform?
The other is actually like over his eyes, so he can't see as well. He's just
Yeah, there's some panic struggling, and he's clawing at your arm. He's trying to elbow you.
No.
Yeah, he clearly has no idea how to have this kind of fight.
Yep.
And he's middle aged, a little overweight.
Feel that?
mood.
Why are you calling us out like that, Jason?
And see, I'm just picturing myself. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you hold him like that, and eventually he kind of goes limp.
And he'll just lay him down in the bushes.
Yeah, like I said, he was in the little wooded area, so.
Yeah. And then Real Connor goes, "Oh, Clone Me just choked out the owner of the place."
Do we know it's the owner of the place?
Are you sure it's the owner of the place?
Looking around. Are these guys that were inside anywhere?
They probably charged somewhere.
Shauna is tugging something out of some of the rubble.
Oh boy.
Do I see any ghosts?
You know, you do see two guys standing up amongst the rubble.
Okay. So they just killed
Blew themselves
themselves.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck, man. Hey, you.
Sasha kind of turns her head so she can look at you. You see a leg sticking out of her mouth.
No, Shauna, put it down.
Shauna, pull it out. She keeps. It's not like a severed leg or something. It's in the rubble. And she's trying to pull the whole body out from under the rubble.
Okay, do that. Get it out of the rubble at least.
Don't
then-
eat it.
And then real Connor will go over there and Helm's like, let's try to keep this quick because there was somebody running for here like immediately.
Oh, it was a giant explosion. Hey, you. Like yelling at the ghost, like walking towards them at a good
The
clip.
two ghosts look at you. They look at each other. Then they both look at you and they point at themselves.
Yes, you.
Which,
What are you doing here? Both of you.
We were meeting. They look at each other. We were meeting somebody. We were meeting somebody here.
Yeah, then you blew up the house. No,
You can't hear them.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that as soon as I started talking. Ignore me.
It's like, on whose behalf?
Let's see. Who would they say they were working for?
She has +3 attitude with them too, so.
Is she just extra sassy?
No, talking to dead. Well, yes.
I love it. +3 attitude, just extra sassy today.
What are you doing here?
I love
Okay,
it.
I'm sorry.
No,
They serve the Oracle of Gaia.
motherfuckers. Okay, did they give you a name?
No, we didn't have to change our names when we.
No, did their name, the person that you were doing this on behalf of? That you talked to on the phone.
They look at you. We didn't talk to anybody on the phone. We know who the Oracle of Gaia is, and that's what you're talking about. But I don't know that she'd want us to tell you. No, +3 attitude didn't mean they're like unloyal to their previous loyalties.
Sure.
It just means they're not as crabby with you as they should be.
Yeah. All right. Seconds blaze. Let's try this on a ghost.
Fucking hey.
Hey, it works. She's got very few skills.
I know.
Just beats the shit out of those skills
I'm
like
role
that horse.
playing.
Oh no, I feel you.
Read the blade to me again.
I will put in the thing. Presence plus legend versus resolve plus legend, basically.
All right.
Connor will remind him to keep it quick, and he'll describe the guy that his clone choked out who was running up here. And clone Connor will be keeping on the lookout for anybody else who might be running up here too.
1 second, I'm getting my roll.
And he will, because he took an overt action, clone Connor will reapply walk unnoticed as he's moving around.
4 successes because she is carrying the sword.
All right. One of them got 2 successes. And one of them got no successes. All right. What is the benefit of the blaze? Because this is the thing you use to make
Flee
Galerius run away.
from, cowed into submission, and ceases hostility. So,
Okay, they
kinda
both
just-
turn and run in opposite directions.
Sasha picks up a piece of rubble and just throws it. Fine. Fuck it, let's go.
Is it something she chooses that she does, or something that
I think they flee if they can, otherwise they just cower.
Actually, it's her choice, but we'll
Oh,
go with it.
my bad.
But yes.
They start fading out pretty soon. There's really nothing causing them to
Yeah.
linger. You got to see them because you were
They-
right here.
They don't even remember talking to someone on the phone. It's Oracle of Gaia, that's who they said was telling them to do something. So Cassandra again.
Yeah.
Great.
Anyway, we should probably get out of here.
quick look with presence of magic. Anything here magical? Aside from
nothing other
all
than
of
what you'd
us.
expect from all of y'all.
Okay.
That's when Robert smiles like, well, truck. Come on.
Into the truck.
Shauna, you get in the truck. The bed of the truck, to clarify.
She was just about to shout shotgun too.
You don't know what that
mean,
is
who-
yet, Dragon.
She's been watching TV.
She has been.
So she might know.
Hilarious just lays down in the back seat.
Peeking over the front seat to the back seat. Really? Are you really going to survive? Are you okay?
I've been hurt worse somehow.
It's okay.
Pap.
Only this side of my body is a bruise.
Mm.
Alright, so y'all load up in the truck. Shauna's in the back. Y'all start down the road. Shauna's head's lolling out the side of the truck.
Shauna, put your head back.
I will say, Real Connor, his other clone will pop, and then Real Connor will use basically walk unnoticed, and he'll sit in the back with Shauna and just sort of pet her to keep her occupied and potentially asleep.
And she keeps trying to peek over y'all get back out on the main road and you're heading towards the lake and the bridge back across to Olympus. And you pass, there's a couple of police cars, probably county, that go zipping past back the direction y'all came from. So somebody else must have heard the blast and called it in.
One second. What are the marvels? Something I just thought of. Okay. I will use off-screen action to imbue one legend. And because there might still be residual from the clone, even though I'm not sure how that would work.
I think when the clone poof, they just poof. Now, if they left fingerprints or something, that would still be there.
Oh, it's like he choked him.
Oh,
So I'm not sure. So off-screen action, Monkey sort of comes by, and while the dude's asleep, just prank, and basically just enthusiastically licks everywhere that Connor touched to sort of wipe the trace of him having choked the guy out.
That's really weird.
I'm just picturing this guy waking
tracks,
up as he's getting licked.
How are there even monkeys here? This is Nebraska!
There are no primates native to North America.
Except for Sasquatch.
You don't know that he's a primate.
But he is real.
Yeah.
And actually, in this game, believe it or not.
Well, of course, there's myths of him. Everything there's myths of in this game. I could throw
Yeah.
Slender Man at you if I wanted to.
Please no.
no. Sarah, we hang out too much.
Twins!
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, but y'all get back across the river without any issue. Assuming that's where y'all wanted to go.
Yeah.
Or river, or the lake, rather.
I missed having a truck.
OC or IC?
Both.
I'm about to say yes. Yes is the
Fair.
correct answer.
Sasha in the truck. Let's see how long this takes for it to get spun against us.
It's already being spun against us, I'm sure.
It won't take long, I'm sure.
Well, there was. So, Connor opens the window from the back. Well, there was what I believe to be the owner running up there as soon as it happened when my clone choked him out so he didn't spot us at the site of the explosion.
Your clone what?
Clone choked out a guy.
It's that, or we're spotted at the site of an explosion.
Did you notice any cameras or anything around?
Just heard a loud clicking sound.
Let's say, Clone Connor was looking for stuff like that when he was going around the forest. Did he notice?
Oh no, nothing obvious.
Okay, because Robert was
There was-
probably about to bring that up. Like, what was he dressed? You remember his
Okay.
hair?
Anything less obvious?
So, yeah, that turn of phrase, nothing obvious. Okay. Him from his former life. Is there anything he noticed that was less obvious?
No, he did not notice any cameras.
Okay.
Calm down.
You can't word it like that, Jason. We're
Oh, it's
paranoid.
You're literally talking about acres of wood. He didn't search under every leaf, but he was
Yeah.
keeping an eye out for that kind of stuff and didn't see anything. There was no, nothing on, no cameras on tripods or hanging from the tree branches.
Okay.
Nothing was added to like the house.
There wasn't anything inside that I saw.
No, he heard him doing a little bit of work when they got there, but that may have just been hiding the actual bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, let's go have a quiet evening.
Too late.
Quiet
Here's the
early.
Ears are ringing. It's too late.
Truthfully, Hilarious should mostly be going, what?
Yeah, well, I don't want to do that all session. That's going to be annoying.
That divine healing.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
Little chicken wings came up and covered his ear, or covered their ears.
mm, 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 mm.
All right, so once y'all are back in Olympus, where y'all going?
Home.
All right, so back
Oh.
to Hilarious' apartment.
Are we all returning to Talarius's?
If y'all want, they would want to go to their house.
Yeah. Sasha say, "Do you want us to come with you to your house?"
If you'd like, I could probably use the company. Sam's good company, but he's a satyr.
That's
What's
fair.
that supposed to mean?
You know what it means.
Mm-mm.
They get up
You're
out
going
of the
to
car and
Talarius.
just stretch.
Are there those protesters there still?
Yes, yes.
The heck is going on here?
Welcome
thing.
to the background radiation of my life for the last couple of weeks.
Some of them have little signs.
Uh-huh.
Let's just get inside.
Right.
Don't.
I don't even know what to do with this. Like, I got nothing like this.
Some of the
worth it.
signs say get out of Olympus. Some say no gods, no masters.
You don't even know where that's from.
Let's just upstairs. Come on.
Hmm.
Y'all get there, Sam's like, oh, what happened to you?
Survived an explosion. They
Yeah.
just go face first on a couch.
Oh,
You should
well, good job.
know. I would suggest getting a shower or something first.
You're probably right. Just muffled through a cushion.
Oh, don't worry about it. All kinds of stuff happened on that couch.
They roll off onto the floor.
It's Scotch guarded, everything's fine.
Too late.
I don't even want to know what kind of parties you had when they were not here.
Yeah.
I've heard of stag parties, but this is ridiculous.
Sasha does snort at that. Nudging the side of Talarius's. Probably this, just probably like nudging with a foot very gently, not like, kicking them. Go, get up, shower, come on. Stop moving, you're gonna just get more sore. Trust me, I know these things.
They get up. As they pass their computer, they order a new phone. Just because they can do that.
I'm surprised they don't have spares laying around the house.
their main phone. They have a bunch of burner whatevers, but
And
there's a
maybe like the
difference.
previous model, but that's not good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Camera's not enough megapixels.
So they order a new phone on the way to the shower. Oh, they'll take off their leather coat and whatnot, the armor. Just put it off to the side and be like, I broke it, and then go to the shower.
Well, at least it did its job then. Connor looking just a smidgen smug that he's been proven right.
That was my ideal.
Uh,
Yeah, so the rest of y'all are sitting out front in the front room with Sam. And Sam starts flipping through the local news stations.
It would
So what blew up?
be
Uh,
house, derelict cabin.
Ah, so it was a trap.
yep.
Surprise!
He goes, yeah, this is my surprise face. I mean, I wasn't expecting a bomb. You
I
know,
probably should have, but
I figured y'all just have a bunch of people to beat up, and Sasha would come back stabbed or something. Yeah.
again.
She flips off Sam.
What? It's a pattern. Don't get mad because I notice a pattern.
Either way,
Robert goes and grabs Talarius' coat and slowly just starts to mend it.
It's fascinating to watch him work because he's not using tools. He's just sort of pinching the cloth and stuff back together.
Basically just
Straightening it out like this.
let's all be real. We want that superpower.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would actually concentrate.
That would be a great power. She's like, yes, I don't need tools. My hands are the tools.
yeah.
I just picture you like licking your finger and like that's your stapler.
That's fantastic.
No, he just as mad as he just goes like staple gun.
What's the staples? Just tiny shards of bone. It's fine.
Or fingernail. Let's go fingernail. That's a little less disturbing.
Sure, we'll go with fingernail.
Just a little less.
It's like Robert. How do you keep your fingernails so nicely trimmed? Oh, I use it for mending. Wait, what? Don't think about it.
Don't think about
Exactly.
One of
Just
you goes
don't
to
worry about it.
One of you goes to the doctor with a big cut on your arm, stapled shut. What are these staples made of? Oh, if you need to remove them, here's the nail clippers.
Oh no!
No.
Oh,
No, here you go. Here's a nail file. It's that special one that's got like little claw on the end for that good digging.
No.
Okay, next sci-fi game, all the medical tech's gonna be biotech, and it's all gonna be described like that.
I mean, fair enough. They do use some scales from fish for skin grafts for burn victims, so you can have like fish scales on your arm.
Interesting, to say the least.
Science.
Yeah, they're actually like antimicrobial or something. I mean, there's like numerous health benefits as far as helping keep it sealed up. It's weird.
And you look like a mermaid. Kind of, sort of.
Or a
Or a
siren.
triton. Either way, all of us chilling in the living room.
Yes, Sam finally stops. Oh, I think this is it. And there's just a little news blurb about an explosion outside Othris. 2 bodies were found. I guess it'd be the fire marshal that would be going out there inspecting the place to try to figure out what happened. They're leaning towards it not being an accident.
Of course.
They are referring to the 2 victims as possibly arsonists that got caught, basically got caught in their own blast. They've identified one of them, though they're not releasing the name because they don't know, what's what yet.
Mm-hmm.
They interview one man, Connor, you recognize him, that they found unconscious in the woods at the back of the property.
Covered in monkey spit for some reason.
But he, in an interview, he just says, he was out hunting, and he rattled off whoever owned, he rattles off a name of the person that owned like the next lot of property, the wooded area, he's like, I was hunting in so and so's woods, heard the explosion, just was running over to see what had happened, and he talks about somebody grabbed him from behind and just choked him out. He never did get a good look at him.
Please tell me their hair is just all over the place from monkey spit.
It looks like he tried to comb it down with his
like a bad cowlick going on.
Fantastic.
He had an orange hat when Connor saw him, but you don't see the hat now. Somewhere there's a monkey with a bright orange hat.
As there should be.
Did I accidentally invoke Dad? Is that what happened?
I just want the Kodama to be wearing the orange hat now.
Like next time it appears in Rattle's head, you just see an orange hat just flickering with it. Just.
But yeah, he describes, just he was hunting, he heard an explosion, somebody grabbed him and choked him out. He woke up and some animal was licking him. And he looks awkward there for a moment, like he's not going to say it was a monkey because he knows how ridiculous that sounds.
No one will ever believe you.
See, what's bad is if he told them,
it would look bad on us, but no one would ever believe him because it's a monkey in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got his own internal conflict going on.
Mm-hmm.
At least until the next day when reports of a monkey breaking out of a little personal zoo, starts making the rounds. But
it was that one.
But by then he's out of the news cycle, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's just on the couch watching the news, like.
Truthfully, it'd be a relief for him. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm not crazy. Oh, good."
The Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
Yep, that's what I was going for.
But there's no mention of you or the band or anything supernatural. Right now they're running theories that you had a couple of arsonists. Why they wanted to blow up an empty house, who knows? They're almost talking about like maybe it was a couple of rednecks, just wanting to blow something up and got caught. The article does not go into, or the blurb does not go into, what kind of explosives they suspect were used or any of that kind of stuff. So, not a lot of useful information, but nothing's popping up online yet with y'all's pictures. So
that's what Tilleris is looking for while they're showering.
Small blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Connor sitting here watching the news, going, "I did a good, I think."
You assaulted a man for no reason. That's what you did.
Was it for no reason, though? Really?
But,
excuse me.
But yeah, that's all the news really covers of it.
Gotcha.
So what do we do, guys? I'm flat out of ideas.
Well, that from what the Kodama tells me, that Oracle is somewhere in Othris, or near it.
I mean, technically Olympus is near it.
Know what I mean? It's on the other end. They, she, whomever is on the other end of the lake from us.
I mean, do we just go around knocking on doors like, hello? Any oracles of Gaia here? Hello?
Do we
That
know
would
our
not be a good idea.
players eventually comes back with like a bathrobe?
That tracks.
They're like, do we know any oracles? Figure, fight oracle with oracle.
I mean, I could ask the Gadama, see if they know any that might be able to get in contact with. That aren't oracles of Gaia.
Might be useful.
Hmm. Yeah, I can go do that here in a bit. Actually,
No.
no, he still has one clone there at the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. And he'll just sit down and clone up the tree.
Please.
Clone up the tree, perks up. Do you happen... He'll sort of, like, tap the tree real quick. Since
You hear a
he's...
little rustling, and when you glance
he's-
up, the Kadama's on one of the branches looking down at you.
Well, he's... That clone's particularly, like, up in the branches of the
Oh,
tree
yeah.
somewhere. He stays out of sight, but still, like, at the tree. Hey, I got a question.
Yes.
Do you happen to know any oracles we might be able to get in contact with? Ones that aren't, serving Gaia, of course, since we've apparently annoyed her. But fight
Cool. Or any of the Greek pantheon. Cool.
fight fire with fire, as it were. I mean, given our connection to the east, maybe it's an Eastern oracle of some kind. Maybe might be more amiable.
An Eastern Oracle in Nebraska.
I mean, one might have come through, considering you're here now. You're a literal deity that's sitting here.
Well, he's been around for a while. And a lot of, you not too long ago, as far as God's reckoning time, you had a lot of people from the East come through this part of America.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of when this Kadama kind of migrated through.
Yeah. There any here that you might know of now?
Strong oracles are not that common. Ones that can perform on demand, as it were.
Like the one we're against seems to be.
She would seem to be, assuming it's a she, and not that Cassandra is not just a
True.
a title they're using. But he doesn't know of anybody that strong.
Mm-hmm.
He does know of a lady that gets, she gets the occasional dream or vision sent to her by the Shin, but whether she, you could go talk to her, she's unlikely to be able to help you just kind of on demand.
Yeah. Okay. Where does she live?
Oh crap! I clicked away from the map. All right. Over on the eastern side of Olympus.
Okay, it is.
I mean, it's here in town.
Okay.
She and her husband own several small businesses.
Do we have a name?
Yeah, they're a
I'm
name.
googling Chinese oracle names now.
I'm sorry. Real Connor is relaying this as he's talking to the Kadama.
Is there a way? And Hilarious is like, is there a way to, I don't know, induce a vision?
Can we cause head trauma to induce a vision?
Uh,
That was a joke.
I was about to say, knowing my pantheon, that would get you probably fairly annoyed with.
Alright, her name is Mian.